Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
There is never a bad time for some good friends.
Dude, I'm in the bathroom. Get out of here.
This is the Ace and Friends radio show.
It is coming in hot on a Friday. I was going to sing, Friday, you got to get down on Friday, but I don't want to now because I found out, was it last week? We found out that Rebecca Black doesn't like that song anymore.
And she didn't even write it.
Well, I figured she didn't write it.
Yeah.
I thought she didn't write it, but I feel bad. I don't want to be performing her song. Not that she gets any credit for it, but I don't want to be performing her song if she doesn't like her song anymore.
Well, one she did write is that Saturday song. I can get you lyrics for that one.
I would be curious to know the lyrics to Saturday.
I bet they're great.
Rob, have you been into any butt rock lately?
Always. Creed's on my rotation regularly. I like to look up some Nickelback when I need to be jazzed up.
I watched, to be fair, Rob, I watched a little Creed live from the top of some building in Vegas. It was like the Billboard Music Awards. It was on YouTube, and it came up on the rock mix I was scrolling through while on the treadmill yesterday. And they're on the top of I don't know what hotel in Vegas, and they shoot fireworks off the top.
Look cool as hell, didn't it?
Ow. Can you take me higher? Like, yes! Yes! It's awesome. Let me tell you what I can't watch, though. One of the things in the mix, it's various videos you just punch through. And one of them was, and I should not watch it. I know better. I'm in the gym, and it's the Foo Fighters Taylor Hawkins tribute, where they do My Hero, and his son plays the drums, and he crushes. And by the end, I'm getting worked up just telling you about it. By the end, I am in tears on the treadmill. Like literally, I have tears running down my face watching this 16-year-old kid play drums because he's amazing. And I'm just like, and it's just so stupid. I know better. I shouldn't be doing it. So, a lot of stuff coming up today on Ace and Friends, including a very important question we're going to ask next. It's the type of thing that when guys sit around and girls say things like, I bet he's out cheating on me. He's not. This is what he's doing. Next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ace and Friends.
When guys sit around and talk to each other, they very seldom get into the innermost workings of their feelings and their lives, their hopes, their dreams, their fears. They talk about things like this. And this is why women get so confused so often. Like, you don't even know your friends. Ooh. Because these are the types of conversations. I saw this and I thought, this is perfect for Ace and Friends. If you were to date a superhero, who would it be? If you were to date
Wonder Woman,
a superhero, Wonder Woman was my answer originally.
Because that's the only. Who else is there?
Scarlett Johansson is Black Widow, right, Rob?
Black Widow.
Yep. Is that right? So I would go Black Widow because it's Scarlett Johansson. Now,
Wonder Woman was hotter than.
I don't know a lot about. I don't know a lot about superheroes, especially like Wonder Woman was the first one that came to mind because it was the only female superhero that I knew. Then I thought about Black Widow. What are the other? Isn't there a woman in the Fantastic Four?
Sue Storm, Miss Invisible.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Invisible Woman is her name.
Who would it be for you, Rob? If you were to date a female superhero, who would it be?
I don't know, man.
And I have a feeling Rob has contemplated this question of the past.
I know.
I haven't, because I'm really, nothing's coming to mind.
The woman that played Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot,
Yeah.
is that her name?
She's very beautiful.
She's hot.
Yeah. Well, so is Scarlett Johansson, who's, to me, Scarlett Johansson's like supreme.
Who's Batgirl?
Halle Berry was Catwoman.
And so was Anne Hathaway also played Catwoman, and Michelle Pfeiffer played Catwoman.
Oh, I forgot about that one altogether.
Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah.
They're not really Catwoman, not a superhero.
She's not a villain. She's sometimes a hero, sometimes an anti-hero.
Well, yeah, especially the way Halle Berry. So it's you got Halle Berry to work in there now.
That's a suitable response. Yes.
Who else is a woman in that?
Well, Jessica Alba played the one in the Fantastic Four.
She played the female in the Fantastic Four.
She's very, very attractive.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so this game got a lot tougher now.
It also feels like this game is just like, let's see which actress is in these roles and who's hot.
Yeah.
We don't care about their superheroes.
Well, that's kind of what it's turned into because I don't have a point of reference I don't know what Black Widow looked like in the comics or anything.
Yeah.
I just have to go with whatever I know from movies or from the ads for movies.
I know I don't want to date the Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
She's invisible.
Yeah, nobody needs that hassle.
She can turn it on and off. It's fine.
Well, but if you think your guy's cheating on you, he's not. These are the types of things he's talking about.
Yeah.
Who'd win in a fight between Batman and Superman?
Batman every time.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Ace and Friends.
We want you to hear something. And then we're going to explain to you exactly what it is that you just heard. Here we go. That sound you're hearing is the sound of a zip line. There are 4 people on that zip line, and when all the people go, oh God, that's when the 5th person tried to jump on the zip line and somehow got tangled and fell and was being dragged through the woods by the 4 other people who are still attached to the zip line.
I've never seen anything like it.
It is unbelievable.
It was wild. I watched it this morning when you sent me that to pull the audio, and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, listen to it one more time. Here we go. They take off.
Oh, God.
And it's still dragging this woman.
Please.
Somebody's still going.
Oh, my God.
Still going. I mean, she's hanging from this zip line, and it's dragging her along the path. It looks like they're in Oregon or Washington or somewhere. It is dragging her along this path. She's hitting trees. Then the zip line is like obviously above the ground, but it's above the tree line. And she's hanging from the zip line, ping, 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 going through the trees.
Like a pinball. And then there's a fallen tree on the hill that she's dragging down.
That's one of the first things she hits.
One of the, it's like when you're moving full force and then there's an object and you just like hit it so hard and bounce over. It's a crazy video. It happened somewhere in the Ozarks. So I don't know where that is. Pennsylvania or something?
Arkansas, Missouri.
Okay. Not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close.
It's like I would have thought the Ozarks are.
Yeah, it's going. Well, that's Ozark, the show. Was set in the Arkansas, Missouri line.
I thought the Poconos were in the Bahamas for the most of my life.
It's Pennsylvania.
The Poconos.
This is Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Yes, Friends. It's the news, but this time, it's all good. This is the good news with Ace and Friends.
I love this story so much because it's the story of, people doing what they do and helping others. A 98-year-old World War II vet in Missouri named Orville Allen passed away on May 29th. And his family says he was someone who always did whatever he could to help others. So this is fitting. He is now the oldest American to ever donate their liver. It was in remarkably good shape for his age, and his 98-year-old liver was given to a 72-year-old woman who desperately needed it. He says his family says it took a sad loss and added, quote, a little ray of joy, end quote.
Oh.
They said it was him doing what he'd done his whole life. He was giving one more gift. Also, it could help save more lives someday, too, because a bunch of people at his funeral found out about the story, and they vowed to all go to the DMV and add organ donor to their driver's licenses.
So did he die because he donated the liver?
No. He died, but they were able to salvage the liver when he died.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that would really be something, though, if he was 98 and just, look, I'm practically dead. Let me go ahead and donate my liver and I'll die. And
yeah.
But no, he died and they were able to save his liver.
Wow.
And then there was the story last week about a lady who gave birth in a Golden Corral bathroom. Well, now there's a lady in Virginia who just gave birth in the bathroom at a Taco Bell.
Oh, nice.
Like the first woman, she did not even know that she was pregnant. She and her new daughter, both doing great, apparently.
Didn't know she was pregnant.
Did not know that she was pregnant. I do not understand that, having been through 3 pregnancies with women. I don't know how that works, that you don't know that you're pregnant after 9 months.
I think I'm just really hungry.
But apparently, it happens. Women who don't gain weight. It's crazy how you are pregnant. Maybe you gain 3 or 4 pounds. You think you've just not been eating healthy or something like that.
She's like, I've been to Taco Bell 3 times this week. I'm just starving.
Yeah. But anyway, that is the good news.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
It's never good to be roasted. It's even worse when you're roasted by a lame-o U.S. senator. Next.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. but we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Ace and Friends.
It's never good. It never feels good when you're roasted by someone, anyone, but it might feel especially worse if you're roasted by a U.S. senator. Republican Senator Tim Burchett. He's being filmed as he's walking back to the Capitol building when this transpires.
Representative, will you commit to opposing a nationwide abortion ban?
Will you commit to putting some sunscreen on those legs? Man, I got to wear welding goggles out here. They're so wide.
Oh, damn. He got you.
Lord.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Representative Burchett, will you commit to a national ban on abortion? It's a guy standing on the sidewalk waiting for him with his camera out. He's filming him.
And this crusty old representative, cornball, just turns in.
He brought it.
Doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, it was quick, too.
Representative, will you commit to opposing a nationwide abortion ban?
Will you commit to putting some sunscreen on those legs? Man, I got to wear welding goggles out here. They're so wide.
Dang. Not gonna do that again.
That is fantastic.
That sucks.
It makes me laugh so much. Yeah.
Getting roasted by an old cornball. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but yeah, you just don't expect that.
I don't understand the people that go on Reddit and say things like, I'm 26 and just lost my job. Roast me.
Yeah, no thanks.
And people just go on there and just say horrible things about them.
Yeah.
Love that.
I don't need that.
You love it, Rob?
Yes, I mean, yeah, of course.
Do you ever comment or you just read the comments?
I just read the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know the truth, just ask the internet.
Yeah, they're not afraid to tell you.
They will tell you.
and just be aware, it's never good.
Rarely.
Never good.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
Our very own Tech D Rob is a connoisseur of what is referred to as butt rock. Essentially, it's early 2000s rock, Creed, Nickelback, that kind of stuff. But Rob, I found this, and I don't know how much you can relate to this. It's top 10 dad rock bands of all time. Let's see. We'll go 10 to 1, okay? Number 10, Limp Bizkit. 3,000 people surveyed. Which bands truly epitomize the term dad rock? Limp Bizkit, number 10. Followed by Bon Jovi at 9. Coldplay at 8.
What?
No. Number 7, Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Too far down on the list. Number 6, Linkin Park.
Okay.
Top 5 dad rock bands of all time. Nirvana at number 5. Red Hot Chili Peppers at 4. Then we skip to number 2 because it's a tie between Van Halen and Blink-182. And the number 1 dad rock band of all time with 26% of the vote, Nickelback.
That's great. That's a good one. Most of these I wouldn't call dad rock or butt rock, which I think are interchangeable.
Yeah, I think Van Halen is like the greatest dad rock band of all time.
I was gonna say they're just a rock band. I wouldn't say they're dad rock.
Oh, I would think they're absolute could be considered dad rock because of the age, the way the age falls.
I was about to say maybe granddad rock.
Yeah.
Old people.
Okay. First Van Halen 1 released in 1978. It's a masterpiece.
Ooh.
Okay.
It is a masterpiece.
It's a long time ago.
I mean, Van Halen has 2 albums that have sold over 10 million copies. Yeah, it is a long time ago, but that's why it's called dad rock, Rob. So here are also, based on the results, these are the ultimate dad rock top 5 songs.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, okay.
Number 5, Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Okay.
Number 4, Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Number 3, What's My Age Again by Blink-182 from 1999 is when that was released. By the way, Nirvana in 91, Chili Peppers Under the Bridge in 92, What's My Age Again by Blink-182 in 99, Jump by Van Halen is number 2.
Forever ago.
Released in 1984. And number 1, How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
What? Why would
from
you put that
2001.
one on there?
That's exactly what I was going to say. How You Remind Me is not...
Man.
Yeah, you would not go. That's not the song you would choose. That's not the song dads are choosing to represent Nickelback in this list. Not at all.
They're all kind of in that same 3-year window, it seems like.
Except for Nickelback. Yeah.
Well, 91, 92, 99, 84, and 2001. So they're all kind of spread out a little bit.
I mean,
more.
most of those were early 90s, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Is How You Remind Me Nickelback's biggest song? Is that why that is?
Never made it as a wise man. That's not the one dad rock aficionados are not going with How You Remind Me by Nickelback. They're just not.
No.
You're going with something that rocks a little harder than that. You're going with something that rocks a lot harder than
Something
that.
like Burn It to the Ground.
Yeah, Burn It to the Ground's a great example, Rob. Or even Rockstar, which is kind of fun.
I don't like
and
that song.
upbeat. Look at this photograph. We go with that one. By the way, that was my Nickelback impression.
This is Ace and Friends.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Ace and Friends. Whether it's good or bad.
Hey, did you see that?
Can you not?
Important or not.
Okay.
Don't.
Sorry.
This is the story you'll be talking about the rest of the day.
It's Father's Day. That's why you're going to be talking about it the rest of the day, because you're making Father's Day plans right now, if you haven't already wrapped up all of your Father's Day plans. A couple of things to remind you of, and that is you don't have to spend money on Dad for Father's Day. In a recent survey, dads pointed out that they really like you to spend time with you, like you to spend time with them. They have a list of 5 Father's Day gifts that won't cost you anything. Number 1, make his favorite meal. They said, hey, it's way cheaper than going to a restaurant, and he would rather hang out with you where you can talk to you while you're making it anyway in a much more relaxed atmosphere. Number 2, watch the game with him. This weekend, Major League Baseball, the College Baseball World Series gets underway. There's NASCAR. The NHL and NBA playoffs are happening. And they point out that even if you're not your thing, Dad would love for you to hang out, and he can just talk about the game with you.
Yeah.
That would mean a lot to him. Number 2, do something physical. If your dad is an active person, shoot some hoops.
Yeah.
Play catch. Go on a hike. Go fishing. Go to the lake and just hang out at the lake. Whatever. If he likes to be outside, just hang out with him outside. Costs you nothing to do it. Number 4, help him out around the house. He's probably got a project he's been putting off, something he wants to do, and he'll say something, I got to clean this garage out. Just show up and go, hey, let's clean that garage out real quick. He would love it to spend the time with you, and in the process, he gets to just get this project done much faster than he normally would. And number 5, gifts that won't cost you anything for Dad. Take a trip down memory lane. It said just sit down and do some old-fashioned reminiscing. That includes old family photos that you can go through that'll make it even better. So
much nicer than cleaning out the garage.
Oh yeah, and Dad just wants you to hang out.
Yeah,
that's all he really wants more than anything else. That's like Riggins always talks about. Your dad wants you to watch the game. What you watch? The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Oh my God!
He just wants you to hang out and watch the movie with you.
Yeah. He's always done that.
Yeah.
Watch MASH with your dad. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy MASH, Rob?
It's a good show. I mean, I didn't like it at first, but it grows on you.
Yeah.
What's his name? Alan Alda's really funny.
Yeah, I was never a MASH fan, but it was a massive show.
It was also my dad's ringtone. Whenever somebody would call him, I'd hear. I'm like, oh God, stop! Please.
Did you get that ringtone set up for him?
I think he did it on his own, maybe.
Oh, that's impressive.
It was a long time ago.
You weren't expecting.
My dad would not be able to get his own unique ringtone.
No,
not a
chance.
chance.
My dad either. My dad would have something he wanted, and somebody'd mess it up, and it would be playing some like dirty song or something.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Ace and Friends.
Just so you know what's happening behind the scenes as we go through the show today, slowly my chair keeps going down. It's like every time we go to talk, I realize I'm lower and lower and lower and lower. I haven't quite hit the bottom of the barrel yet on this chair, but it's coming very soon.
We just hear, hold on a second.
Yeah, and every time if you're watching on YouTube, it's one of those like every time we come back from a break, it'll be like I'm lower down in the seat. I found another list of there I said it, questionable internet opinions. See if you agree or disagree. All right, the world would be a much better place if we got rid of everyone who wears their backpack on an escalator. There I said it.
Backpack on what is that even supposed to mean? Is that a euphemism?
No, just people if you're wearing your backpack on an escalator. I guess on a crowded escalator. Like if you put it this way, if you're in an airport, take the Atlanta airport, you take the tram and you get off and you have to go up to get to the gates at the Atlanta airport. When you're on that escalator, it is packed. I mean, slammed. And if somebody has their backpack on, you have to lean back away from them because they're standing in front of you and their backpack, you can't stand up straight. You have to lean back away from it. I think it's a little bit of an overreaction, but I understand the problem.
I don't think I'd ever be that close to somebody on an escalator, period.
Well, you would have to be if you're in that airport.
Everybody will wait.
There I said it. The person who invents a device that allows us to talk to our pets will be the world's first trillionaire.
That's a good one.
Yeah. My wife has said that a million times. I wish I could just talk to Toby now and see what he's thinking.
Yeah.
See what he's thinking right now.
That's a great one. Or like the real cure for baldness.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really figured out the pill that like makes you regrow your hair, you'd be a trillionaire as well.
Yep. But think about it. Wouldn't it be disappointing if the guy created this thing that allows you to talk to your pets and you went out and spent $1,000 on it because everybody had to have it? It's going to be a little bit expensive, and everybody rushes out and gets it, and then you find out nothing.
Oh yeah,
you can talk to your pet, and he's not. Your pet's never thinking about anything.
I've never thought that. I wish I could talk to him.
Yeah,
I know he's got a tiny brain.
Yeah, my dog's always like dinner, food, treats.
Yeah, it's got to be. There I said it. To dry quickly, clothes should be hung on the line horizontally, so gravity helps the water travel the shortest distance. I think that's your way of overthinking it. That's
wow.
What? Let's see. There I said it. There's a couple on TikTok who transitioned from comedy and dancing to a podcast offering life and marriage advice. What an indictment of our world. No talent, no qualifications, no experience, just talking nonsense about other people for a living. Why do we let this happen? There, I said it.
Well,
somebody likes it.
Yeah, and that's the catch. Somebody's liking it. Somebody's taking it to heart because they thought they were funny and good dancers to begin with. And and we just accept the fact that that qualifies them to give us life advice.
Yeah. It's funny how that works.
That says more about us than it does about them, I think.
This is Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. Yeah. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
This is Ace and Friends.
Riggins created this game. I thought he created this game a while back. About the celebrity A-list, B-list, C-list, or D-list. So I found a list of these celebrities. I'll give you their names, actors and musicians. You tell me what list you think they're on.
Okay, great.
Okay, so here we are. Pete Davidson.
B-list.
D-list.
B?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. I would agree. Pete Davidson is a B-list celebrity. Miley Cyrus.
A.
I would say A-list celebrity as well. Kid Rock.
C.
Yeah.
C-list.
Yeah. Nobody takes him too seriously anymore. He's just kind of background noise.
See, I think there's a segment of the population to which Kid Rock is an A-list, and then to everybody else, he's a C-list. I would go B-list celebrity for Kid Rock, because depending on your politics or your music, he's huge with a certain segment. Like the success of this Kid Rock, Jason Aldean Small Town Tour is phenomenal. They're blowing it out every place. So they're doing something right. Okay, let's see. Comedian Bill Burr, A, B, C, or D list?
C.
C, yeah.
I would go C. That's fair.
I think he's great.
Yeah, I think he's great also. Let's see. Billy Ray Cyrus, A, B, C, or D list?
D list.
D.
D? Okay, that's fair. I would do the same thing. What about former Friends superstar Courtney Cox?
That's an interesting one.
I'd say B. I think she used to be an A, but she's a little less in the news and stuff now.
Yeah.
I think forever those 6 people, yeah, will always be A-list celebrities. From
Lisa Kudrow, A-list?
A-list.
No.
Because of Friends, and the fact that it is still probably the most popular show in syndication around the world. They're never going away because
I agree they're never going away. But
several generations, they just always will be there.
There's only one person on that list that's an A-list. And that is Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What about Snoop Dogg?
A-list.
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 Yeah.
Still trips me out.
I think so.
That Snoop's got a cartoon for kids called Doggyland.
Yeah. Got cereal. He's got his fingers in all the pots.
And that's all I will ever be.
He has his own wine, man.
All the time.
It's Alexis. It's a former person on the show. Alexis's favorite wine is Snoop Dogg's.
And I want to send Snoop a message somehow and let him know he's got to start rewriting his hits for his kids show Doggyland. Like gin and juice. Sipping on orange juice. Like, there are lots of opportunities.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Ace and Friends.
A warning for all the ladies from a lady. I never thought about this before, but this lady has clearly given this a lot of thought.
If you see a man outside walking a small dog and you proceed to flirt with him, you're I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. My husband's 220 pounds. If you see him walking a chihuahua and you don't think I exist, then you're just stupid. Like, this 220-pound man did not go out and buy the chihuahua. Clearly, I did.
Now, if I'm her husband, the first thing I say is, hey, why are you doing that cussing on social media? Don't be cussing on social media like that.
She called women the W's.
Yeah, they're W's. If you see a man, women,
it's true.
What she's saying is, again, women, if you see a man walking a small dog and you flirt with him, you are a W. Because clearly he has a lady in his life.
Meredith's brother has a chihuahua, and he's single.
Is he like a big guy?
Yeah, he's not he's not fat. He's pretty tall. He's well built.
Yeah, you just don't see it that often. Maybe that's like a big guy with a
that's
chihuahua.
not what guys choose. Now, I'm 6'4", about 210 at the moment, and if I'm out walking our dog Toby, he's a basset hound. I think it looks like I would own a basset hound.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
You know, but it's my wife's pride and joy. Like there's Dax, there's Toby, then there's working out, and there's me on down the list.
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere down the list.
Probably top 10 though. He probably cracked the top 10.
I think I'd make her top 10. But
would it just be dogs that you can carry are the ones that look silly with a dude?
Okay, that's a good thought, Rob. I mean, you can carry Toby, but he weighs.
You ain't gonna carry him for long.
Yeah, you're not gonna carry him for long. He's a 50-pound dog.
I think French bulldogs, Pomeranians, Chihuahuas, pugs.
Pomeranians can be huge, though, right?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I mean, not real big, but those kind of small dogs. It's funny looking.
Yeah, you don't see a big burly guy walking, a wiener dog.
Yeah,
a Dachshund. You don't see that. You don't see him walking a Chihuahua. They just don't own him. Maybe she's onto something. If you see a big guy with a tiny dog, he's walking that for somebody else. He's walking that for a lady.
That ain't his dog.
Yeah, and if you flirt with him, you're a W. Clearly that has happened to her, so she decided to send that message out to me.
This is Ace and Friends.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
no dinging, no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you, so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Ace and Friends.
All right, gather around. We're going to take a quick run around a few things that you might find interesting. And I'm fascinated by this first one. I did not know this. The great Alanis Morissette gets credit in the Oxford English Dictionary for creating the phrase friend with benefits. That is a very common part of our vernacular today. In the song Head Over Feet in 1995, quote, "You're my best friend with benefits." That is apparently the first time that was known to have been used.
Wow.
That's a good song.
Now, of cool things in life, I just think that's one of those really cool things.
Yeah.
A lot of people can say they've done a lot of things, but then you say, well, I'm in the Oxford English Dictionary for being the first person to ever use the phrase friend with benefits.
Yeah.
Every time you hear people talk about, hey, he's my friend with benefits, or even a social media post, this is my FWB, whatever. Not that anybody would ever post a picture of their friend with benefits. Lord. You know what I mean? You get the point I'm trying to make. You secretly look at that and go, I created that.
That was me. Wow.
I did that.
I never knew that. That's amazing.
And this next one's kind of wild. Ronald Reagan was going to pick Gerald Ford as his running mate in 1980 to be president of the United States. Now, Gerald Ford is the only man to ever, I think the only person to ever ascend to the presidency who was never elected. He was never even elected vice president. He was the president pro temp of the Senate. The vice president resigned. He became vice president. Then Nixon resigned as president, and he became the president. And then he lost his bid to be elected president to Jimmy Carter. So in 1980, Reagan was going to pick Ford for his running mate. But Ford said he'd already been president, so he didn't want to be vice president. He wanted he and Reagan to be co-presidents. Reagan said, I'll just pick somebody else. It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway. Asking for a favor here, you jerk.
Yeah, would you like to be actually elected vice president? I think I'd rather be co-presidents.
Is that in the Constitution that we couldn't have two presidents at the same time?
Or did he wanted to be treated as a co-president?
Oh.
Like, I'll be elected vice president, but we're really going to be more like president, co-presidents.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Yeah, that's just dumb. One last thing. There's a common belief that 9 out of 10 restaurants fail in their first year. They did a 20-year study, found out that's way off. It's more like 17%. Like 1 in 6 restaurants fails in the first year, not 9 out of 10.
I feel like a study that goes on for that long is going to have inaccurate information. Things change so quickly.
Over 20 years, all they're figuring out is restaurant opened this year. Did it close a year later? Nope. Got the info.
Yeah, but there's different circumstances. Maybe if they're just trying to get pure numbers.
Circumstances don't matter. Is it open a year later? No. That's all the info we need.
That's a stupid city.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
They say there are only 2 things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
This is Ace and Friends.
We've got to try to explain this scenario so you'll understand this girl that you're about to hear.
You might not even remember these. They were a huge part of my childhood in the 90s. They're called Kool-Aid Bursts. They were those plastic bottles that had the twist tops on them, and they came in like red and blue and green. And they were squeezers, I think sometimes they were called.
And they're still around.
You can still get them. You just never see them anywhere.
Right.
I did not know they were still around.
They're still around. This woman says she's always got 6 in her fridge at all times.
Yeah, this is the only reason I know that they're still around, Rob. Yeah. I haven't seen them in years. My older kids had them. They were in our house every now and then. Listen to this though.
Welcome to my fridge. I like to keep a 6-pack of these.
And she's showing them to the camera.
In here, they're only like, I don't know how much they are, but I can't have a full one, so I just keep an open one right here.
She's taking a sip.
So every time I open the fridge,
it's right there. She
and I
gets
need
a sip.
just like a little bit of, like a hit of Red 40.
Take a sip.
A little gnaw.
She gnaws on the tip of it.
I can.
just keeping an open Kool-Aid. It's like having an open Capri Sun in your refrigerator at all times.
Straw in it. Just every time you open the door, you just, yes, a little shot.
I kind of get that. You don't want to drink the whole thing because you're an adult and you know how much sugar is in they're just bad for you. But she's like, hey, just get a little rip on that when you open the fridge every time.
We have something
great
similar to that in my fridge, and it's always Amanda and I. They're cut like for crackers.
Yeah.
And you have the whole pack, and the top peels back.
Yeah, sure.
We always have those in our fridge for no other reason. I don't want to take a whole piece of cheese out of something.
Right.
But I just open the fridge. Oh, while I'm getting myself something to drink, I'm gonna grab one of those little squares, pop it in my mouth.
Square cheese.
It's just always there. It's open, ready, available. It's
a little
constantly.
hit.
It's a little shot of pepper jack.
Yeah.
Those Kool-Aid things were so good. I doubt they'd be good anymore.
They might be better. Yeah, they're going to be very sugary.
Please,
so your body's probably not used to it.
When that hits your lips, it's like transporting you. I mean, it's just like sugar, red. I've told you when I got that at McDonald's and they said, bringing back or new Hawaiian Punch freezes. I was like, I got to try that. I bought one, and that when that delicious sweet beverage hit my lips, like I felt like Alex Jones when he freaks out.
It wasn't too much at all, was it? Like,
oh my God!
It's like going a long time without having an ice cold Coca-Cola, and then you take a sip of one. It's like
yeah,
like it'll bring you to your knees almost.
That's like when Surge made that little comeback a while back. I got one of those and I was like, "This is it. This is what I needed."
Yeah.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. but we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should. And because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is Ace and Friends.
So we've already lost Rob for what little bit we have left of the show, because Rob immediately after the last conversation about, what are they called? Those things? Squeeze-Its.
Kool-Aid Bursts are the one we were talking about, but Squeeze-Its are the other brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the same thing. And Rob went and looked it up like, oh, one of those are still available. Can I order these on Amazon to get shipped to my house?
That is exactly where they're available, on Amazon.
And are you ordering them now to be shipped to your home?
No, because it looks like it's from like a third party and they're really expensive. So I'll just have to find a grocery store with them. I'm getting some though. This is happening.
And you're sure they're still made and they're just not selling old ones?
I would hope that if it's a grocery store that it would. I don't know though.
Yeah, but on Amazon, that might just be sitting in someone's laundry room for 15
You're
years.
probably right.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive.
It's a collector's item.
And it looks like all the sugar has separated down to the bottom of the can. You got to shake up every one of them. Would you do that, Rob? Would you leave them in the refrigerator and have it there ready so every time you open it, you can just get a quick shot?
I don't have self-control. They'd be gone very quickly.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy Coke in glass bottles, because they're so expensive. But if you have those in the fridge, that is just like a tempting treat every time you look at them. Coke in a glass bottle.
Yeah, but even the screw cap Coke, Amanda wanted a Coke one day, and she had it and put it, like, just had a little bit out of the top of it, put it back in the fridge, and it was just there. And after a couple of times going back to the fridge, I was like, nobody's going to know if I take a sip of this. And I took one sip out of it. Oh, my God. And then, like, the next 3 trips to the fridge, I get another sip. And then later, maybe the next morning, she's like, have you been drinking my Coke? I was like, I took one sip out of it. And I realized there was, like, over half of it
gone.
It was gone. It was down to the very bottom of the bottle. And I didn't have but a sip. Actually, I probably had about 10 sips.
Yeah.
Which adds up over the course of time, because once it's there like that, you can't stop.
That's the problem, is like you just learn to not have it in the house.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like that's the only solution, because I have no self-control over anything.
That's why I don't have sweet tea at my house, because it would just, I'd go through it. I'd go through gallons upon gallons.
Pound it, yeah.
But that's something that Riggins always has in his house is tea.
Well, he has a lot more restraint than I do, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not sweet tea.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. You don't sweeten your tea. It's just regular tea.
Yeah.
Regular tea's probably okay for you.
What do you have in your house all the time, Rob, to drink?
I drink only water.
At home.
I might every once in a while splurge and get a 12-pack of the Baja Blast Zero when it's in.
Yeah.
But it's not available all the time. So usually I'm just doing water with some Propel packets.
Yeah. Typically we have water or and then there'll be some LaCroix, like to have water with dinner or something like that.
Oh.
And then maybe a couple bottles of the Booch.
Hell yeah.
Might be a couple of bottles of some like lemon pepper kombucha or something.
Oh, we do have a drawer full of alcoholic beverages though.
You have a drawer full of alcoholic beverages, like
the ones I buy.
or what?
The ones I buy stay on the shelf, but then after a while, if they've been on the shelf for too long, Meredith puts them in a drawer. She's like, "Well, you clearly aren't going through these, so we're just gonna put them up."
She puts bottles of liquor in the drawer.
Oh well, it's like just beer and random cans of beer and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean in the drawer in the fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like in a drawer in the kitchen.
It's a drawer that's for like lunch meat and stuff.
Yeah,
and she's just throwing.
the produce drawer. She just puts it all down there. Oh, that makes sense. I get that. Okay. But she keeps a timer as to when it's appropriate for you to move your stuff to the drawer.
I guess so. Like in her head, she's probably like, I saw that here like 2 months ago. It's time for it to leave.
Oh, after 2 months, yeah, it's time for it to leave.
I
beer can't be in the fridge for 2 months. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's probably so many things in that drawer that are expired, so to speak. I don't know if alcohol goes bad or not, though.
What a system! I mean, that's amazing. I'm tired of seeing it in my fridge. I'm relegating it to the meat drawer.
Yeah. It's in the produce drawer at the bottom.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to go home today, Rob, and just see how much of that drawer has expired?
Yeah, I'll look through
I would
it.
love to know that for the next Ace and Friends show.
Booze and expired cheese.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is Ace and Friends.
The self-checkout line at the grocery stores, I mean, it's the way to go. You're only grabbing a couple of things, hit the self-checkout line, beep, 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 see you later.
Mm-hmm.
But my self-checkout line doesn't audibly identify the item that I am purchasing. It just pops up on the screen. But this guy's at an Aldi?
I think so, yeah.
I think Aldi does this for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here it is. Check this out.
Please place your organic breasts into the bagging area.
So you're not even going to buy me dinner first?
Please put your organic breasts.
Organic breasts.
So it announces everything you purchase. That seems like it announces it very loudly.
I don't need that.
It is. I think a Lidl might be the same way. But I think it's because they make you scan it yourself so that they're like listening and paying attention to what you're scanning.
Well, but I scan it myself at my grocery store now. There are 2 grocery stores that I go to regularly, and you scan it yourself, and it doesn't announce anything. There's just a person sitting there kind of keeping an eye on you.
And I think those are like watching you on a video camera at the register.
Yeah.
Whereas these ones, I think the people have to watch and they're checking to see if you're scanning the wrong thing.
Because I know at Target and Walmart, they are watching you on the register, on the screen the entire time. So I'm sure that goes to loss prevention somewhere.
Yeah, because you've heard people like putting different barcodes and scanning it and then just taking a larger cost item.
Right.
So that's their way of not getting robbed, essentially.
Be super self-conscious about announcing my stuff to
there
the
are things that I
world.
Sure. I'm trying to think, what would I just leave behind?
You know, like, the Vaseline or something, you know, like, I don't know.
Hemorrhoid cream.
Yeah.
Please put your bath oil.
Yeah, right. No. All these cucumbers.
And I just thought of a couple other things that could be funny, but I don't want to say them out loud.
Yeah.
On the radio. But you get the idea. There are things in the grocery store you would think, no, I don't want that announced out loud.
I don't want a public knowledge of everything in my cart. Give me a break.
I think more so those types of items that would be embarrassing because typically you don't buy those when you're grocery shopping. Like maybe you run in for those items like, you know what, I'm going to grab a bottle of wine and while I'm here, let me run over here and hit the
the protective
whatever, that you don't want announced.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no way. I'd put it back. Not today.
You wait till nobody's at the register but the person working?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want the person working.
Yeah.
you like scan it and put your hand over the speaker?
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like you yawn. Oh, let your hand go to the spear. Hey, white jelly.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.